Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. For those watching for the first time, welcome. My name is Dan Pardo, and this is episode 8 of Pardo's Turn, my weekly Wednesday web series where I do a little song analysis from a music director's point of view and perhaps shed a little light on what makes the gems of our musical theater canon so great. Today I'm so happy to bring on the warm and generous Susan Haefner, seen on Broadway in State Fair, Thoroughly Modern Millie, and 42nd Street, and seen annually as the unquestionable darling of the Weston Playhouse. Right now she's starring as Helen in our production of Fun Home, but today we're stepping away from Days and Days and instead taking a look at the iconic It's Only a Paper Moon. Written for the Broadway flop The Great Magoo by Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg in 1933, it has become a standard of the American Songbook, featured in multiple movies and recorded by countless artists from Cliff Edwards to Ella Fitzgerald. Yip Harburg's terrific lyric, inspired by the carnival facades of Coney Island, sets up a beautiful premise that those assortment of stage props and circus attractions would simply become real with a little bit of love, that it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. That magical, conditional turn of phrase was the key for Harold Arlen's beautiful melody, which, like many of his other jazz-age songs, most notably Over the Rainbow, is a heartbreaking mix of hope and sorrow, light and dark. To illustrate this idea, he sets up a series of large leaps that subsequently fall down the scale. The melody, like the set pieces, collapses under scrutiny. To me, the jump signifies the initial response to these handsome facades, and the walk down is the disappointment when you realize that it's all a sham. In Over the Rainbow, Arlen leaps an octave from do to do, solidly on the tonic, then lingers around there before returning. And that all makes sense. There's no place like home, right? Conversely, the center of gravity in Paper Moon's melody is sol, the 5th scale degree. It too starts off by jumping an octave, but it can't linger there. On the 5 and harmonized with the unstable diminished chord, it's unsettling. It needs to find a resolution. First, it walks down to re over a dominant 5. Then jumps up again from sol, this time a minor 7th, and walks down to do. But with the 5 in the bass, we're still not quite there. But then comes that phrase, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. The music changes. It's no longer dramatizing failed expectations. It's playful and charming, skipping around and ending with an optimistic step up into the tonic. The second A section is the same as the first, with some more clever lyrics and perhaps a slightly more upbeat performance now that the thesis has been stated. The bridge, built on the 4 chord, chugs forward like a train with a catchy chromatic hook. Without your love. It repeats at the beginning of each of the phrases. Even though it's framed as a negative in Harburg's lyric, the music tells us that we're starting to believe that we're no longer needing to play pretend. That optimistic attitude carries through the final A section until we get to the tag, and the once phrase of comfort is met with a deceptive cadence. If you believed in me, the singer realizes that nothing is guaranteed and repeats once again, if you believed in me, as one more final plea. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Dan.
Thank you so much for joining. Oh, I'm doing really well.
Good, beautiful.
So we are here back in the Weston Theater. Do they call this the lobby? What is this?
This is the Playhouse living room.
The Playhouse living room.
Yes.
And you would know, how many shows have you done here at Weston?
26.
Including Fun Home.
Including Fun Home.
Which we are doing now through July 28th. What's it been like, kind of doing that transition from 3 Broadway shows in New York to having kind of like a regional home?
It's really cool. I feel like it's more rich, I guess. I don't know. I think I reached a point in my career where I wanted to stop traveling as much. Mm-hmm. So I did buy a house up here 6 years ago while I was on tour with Billy Elliot. And I still continue to go away. And then I've just been sort of settling here. And I work at about 4 theaters within a 60, 75 mile radius. And I'm busy.
That's great.
Busy, and it just feels full. I guess I'm I'm not baby in New York. If I didn't have a job, I'd be babysitting.
Right.
Here, I'm doing theater. I'm making theater all the time, which is super awesome.
That's wonderful. And you're doing some teaching too?
Yes, I teach at New England Youth Theater in Brattleboro. I teach a little bit for Weston Playhouse. I teach at Northern Stage, and I do a little education. I build education programs for Northern Stage, so I do a little of everything.
Great. Do you get a sense that you kind of get to know your audience and they get to know you?
Yes, I was kind of joking with the cast because I think there's some pressure for Fun Home because it feels like I know at least 5 or 6 people in every performance.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is they stick around afterwards. We talk in the lobby. I go over to people's houses for lunch. We talk about the show. We talk about the character. I have email exchanges. It's awesome.
So Weston does obviously, revivals and things that are fresh off Broadway, but they also do premieres, and you've been in several of them. So.
Yeah, they did the Vermont premiere of Tenderly, the Rosen Street musical, last summer. That was a play that was developed in Cincinnati, at Cincinnati Playhouse, and I was the original Rosemary when they did the full-length version. It had been workshopped and done in Akron, Ohio, but when we went and did the whole play, we did the world premiere in Cincinnati. And Weston, they called me up and said, hey, let's do it here at Weston.
Great.
So that's exciting.
So the song that we're doing today, It's Only a Paper Moon, is featured in that show. What was the context? Because it's become such a standard that it doesn't really matter where it started out. No one really knows what it's from anymore, and if they do, it's an academic footnote.
They wanted a chance to set up Rosemary's relationship with Betty, her sister. So we did sort of an up-tempo version of it to set up that they loved performing together. They went out on the road with Tony Faster, and so in the context of the play, they were doing Paper Moon in front of their audience, and they loved being on tour as teenagers, so that's why that was.
And I think it speaks to the strength of the material that a lot of these standards can be stretched in so many different directions. And so much of what Harold Arlen does is have a taste of the hope, but also a taste of the sorrow. I think the reason why a lot of these standards, can be a ballad or an up-tempo or a swung or a Latin is because there's enough of everything to really kind of color them however you choose.
And speaking to your love, without your love, one of those, this kind of melancholy phrase. I just thought of this, that the relationship with Betty and Rosemary at times was troubled. And so that lyric came back as text later in the play. You believe in me, don't you? That Rosemary says that.
Yeah.
And so they latched onto Arlen's sort of two things going on at once.
Right, because, Yip Harburg's lyric is conditional. Without that, all these things kind of fall.
Yeah.
It's built on the premise and the expectation or assurance that that other person is going to provide that, and if it doesn't, that's when everything falls apart.
I love it. Oh, that's great. I just learned something really cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm moving on to, in September, I'm going to Northern Stage. I've done a bunch of shows at Northern Stage, too. There's a family up there in White River Junction of theater artists, and I'm doing the play called Oslo by J.T. Rogers.
That's the one that played at, was it Lincoln Center?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, and it's in rep with Dear Elizabeth, which is a play by Sarah Rule about Elizabeth Bishop and Robert Lowell. They had this love letter. I don't think it was an official love affair, but it was they wrote letters to each other. And I'm doing that with a fellow actor, Dave Mason. So I'm really excited. I get a few weeks off, vacation, and do another couple of plays.
Have you worked with Dave before? Or
I have. We just did Noises Off together, and he's hilarious. And I was kind of afraid of him because he's so good. So now I'm not so afraid of him. I'm going to just, hunker down and have a good time.
Has your career always been so varied in terms of drama and comedy and musicals, or is this something that you've kind of matured into?
I think I've always wanted it to be that way, and in school it was. I think that's the other joyful thing about living up here, because I know a lot of directors. I've been given chances to play things. Mal, Tim, and Steve here at the Playhouse, and Carol Dunn up at Northern Stage, Peter Hackett at Northern Stage. They've seen me do a variety of things, and they don't typecast me and put me in a pigeonhole. Whereas if I'm in a bigger market, I'd probably be, I don't know, what am I, a mom, or I may be too old, I might be on my way to grandmother.
Oh, please.
Oh, not yet, not yet. But it's such a joy to be trusted, because I've done the gamut this year.
Yeah.
It's not just musicals, not just dramas. I get to do comedy too, which is super cool. They say love that take on it. It's sort of, there's just so much more to play.
Yeah.
Whereas it was important for Tenderly because we needed to set up the girls' relationship. That's awesome, thank you. You're like a master class.
Well, if you want to get more master classes, click subscribe, like, share, comment, and if you're in the area, we still have another week of Fun Home. This has been so much fun. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you so much,
All right,
Dan.
let's do a show tonight.
All right, great. See ya.